Hi guys, welcome to Water Lily Healing. Today the question is what's next? I'm filming this like towards the end of the COVID-19 pandemic, but it's a timeless reading, and if you stumbled upon the reading, so it may resonate. We have 4 piles today, so take a deep breath, meditate, choose the one that like calls to you the most, and let's start with pile number 1. Alright, so we've got here the Magician, 5 of Wands, the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, Ripeness, Exhaustion in reverse, Adventure, Unfinished Symphony, and when I lean toward love, I am led. So guys, what I see for you here is I see that you kind of have this feeling of like, I'm done with something, like maybe the stagnation, maybe you got kind of stuck in a way, and you're very focused on the future, you've got a plan, and you're like a spring, and you're full of energy, and you're impatient, and you just want to like get your green light and charge forward with whatever. And I see that you have like this you're very focused on the future, and you're dying to get there already, so like the impatient energy for me is sticking out very much. And I think what this reading is trying to tell us here is you need to bring your focus back to where you are now, and maybe make sure that where you are standing is everything is in order, everything's set in place, and because I'm feeling this energy, it's kind of it reminds me on Black Friday, when everybody is standing before the stores are opened, and everybody is waiting and impatient, and it's really frustrating, and you can see yourself purchasing whatever you want and everything. And the thing is, where you are now is it's the first stone of the building, it's the base, and it's really important for it to be properly set, and for everything to be really in order. So you need to check, I think, and regardless, you have a lot more chance to succeed in whatever you do if you have the ability to be present in the moment, in whatever you are doing, to do it full-heartedly. So I feel there is too much focus on the future, and what we've got here, I see you've got the divine support, and I feel as soon as you will go out, you'll get your green light and you'll go out, it's you will jump immediately into a storm. It will be really a lot of noises and action and stuff, and just like on Black Friday when the store is open, so you get in there and there is a huge mess, and people are pushing, and you see right here the 5 of Wands, and then we've got the High Priestess and Ace of Wands, and I feel in the eye of the storm you will find your peaceful place, and then you will get to the zone, to the Zen zone, and you will see things even clearer in that moment. And then you'll get some sort of kind of a new idea or path or a suggestion from the universe. With the Ace of Wands here, you see it's a branch, and it's starting with the small leaves, and it's a beginning. And I feel you'll get this I don't know if it's an idea or maybe an offer that will come from somewhere, but you will kind of find a way to integrate your inner selves into your path, something that is more resonating with you and more honest with who you truly are in the future. I don't know if we're talking about jobs specifically, or maybe just general kind of, maybe also a diet, or just a way of life, or the way you treat your plans, but like in the future I see that it will be a lot more, like it will be your own path. And I feel like it's something that you didn't really have up until now. Like there's been like a lot of struggles because you weren't really in your place that is right for you. And I see ripeness here, and the card is 9, so like you're almost there. And I see exhaustion in reverse, which is also 9, and it's in reverse, so like the exhaustion is full enough and you've got all this like pent up energy and you're dying to start whatever like you want to start already, or just get out of your situation right now, some sort of stagnation maybe. And you set on an adventure, like a new beginning, and it will be like magical, and you will learn a lot about yourselves, and I feel about your needs, about your emotional needs, and about your soul's needs, and it will be really fun. Now here we've got Unfinished Symphony, which is a 10, so we've got here 2 9s and then a 10, like, so you're almost there, just a little bit, and like you may be a little deterred because of the little struggle here with the 5 of Wands, but like and the 9s. So I think what it says here is just like keep going. You're almost there. Like one more second, one more step, and you're there. And the unfinished business, I think it's what it says is I think it relates to what I said at the beginning with. Like, shift your focus to now. Teach yourself, like, maybe ground or meditate, but kind of check your surroundings. Like, see where you stand, because it's like you're on a step and you want to go up to the next step, but you need to make sure that this one is really stable and will be able to hold your weight as you move up. So, and I feel like you've got like a little bit more time, like, because you're in the 9s, you have the 9s here, and I feel it's like we are now at the point of this shift of like, I'm tired of things, I've had enough, I'm dying to move forward, and like, and this green light and the pent up energy. So like, don't be so busy like with future plans, just focus on now, see what's going on now, and as soon as it's stable enough, you'll be like propelled forward like insanely, and it will be like really fast with the Ace of Wands here, I see. And the exhaustion upright also, it's kind of it's a good card, and I feel like you're almost there, guys, so don't lose hope, and like keep doing what you're doing. And when I lean toward love, I am led. So again, like, don't be so like nervous and anxious and like dying to get to another place. Like, you are where you are, and like love yourself, understand your choices, how you got where you got, and you know, let love lead you. So that's what I'm getting from here. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Thank you for coming. If it resonated, like, share, and subscribe. See you. Bye. And we're moving on to pile number 2. Okay, guys, so we've got here the 8 of Swords, the King of Swords, 7 of Wands, the Moon, Beyond Illusion, Experience. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe, and the card Yin. I see a lot of stress and like mental imbalance, and I'm sorry, guys, that it's not like I'm not always very positive. I just call it as I see it. So what I see here is we have like 2 sword cards here, and swords are usually about the mental state, and we've got the 8 of Swords, which is there is a woman here, she's tied up and she's blindfolded, and it's usually like the mind does it to itself, it's like mental difficulties. And I see the King of Swords here, and we've got the Beyond Illusions, which is what I get here. It feels like I remember I heard this story recently from someone that when he was a kid, he used to go with his parents to the amusement park, and there was a scary ride there. And you sit in the cart, and it goes into a dark building inside, and there are like scary voices and scary faces jumping at you. And he said it was like the scariest thing in the world when he was little, and he wasn't able to sleep like a week after it every time. And as he grew up, he got to see the building on the inside when it was with lights on, the times when the amusement park was closed. And he said that like he understood that the only reason it was so scary it's because of the darkness, and in the darkness the sound sounded scary and the faces looked scary, but like when he saw the faces with light, so it just looked like regular faces, and it wasn't scary. And I feel because I see a mental imbalance here. So what I get, like the lady is blindfolded, and I feel like when you're like really stressed, like deer in headlights, and like a lot of demons coming up, and like the mind is like starting. I know that I sometimes have these really bad periods, like I feel really depressed and low and down, and it doesn't matter what happens, I'm just feeling down, and a lot of anxiety, and I feel that that's kind of what's going on here. And what I see here is there is a lot of shadow work to do. Like you need to really go and explore, like work with your darker side. And I think I think what I see here, it's a recommendation to go and find like professional counseling maybe. Now guys, you can, like if it's just like a bad few days and it's fine, you'll get out of it, and you do your work, and like try and meditate and grounding, and drink some herbal tea, and like chamomile tea and some lavender and candles and quiet and nice music, maybe a walk on the beach. But if it's like if it's been going on a while and you see that you're kind of out, like losing touch and control over your mind, so today, like getting counseling is really easy. You got a lot of people who volunteer. You can just like Google it, and you'll have like Skype meetings, or like over the phone, completely free counseling. A lot of volunteers, and I think that's what's like it's trying to tell us here, because I think that like things are becoming kind of like painful, and like you have less and less patience for actually like fully function, and you're feeling like misunderstood and alone and in conflict. And I totally feel that it's a mental imbalance, like a mental thing, and I feel like you want to get out of it, and I feel like the world is becoming a little too painful. So like I think you should maybe try and practice gratitude, make lists, try to actually feel gratitude, and if you're not into looking for like real counseling, but I think like what I see here is pain, mainly anxiety and pain, and we have here my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. And if you can do something to like gain your faith back, or like try to do things for yourself, like even a lot of yoga, it helped me like back when I was in really bad shape. And we've got the yin here. Now the yin energy is like just like flow and let things happen. And I know when there is a lot of anxiety, so like you attach your happiness to outcomes, for example, and there's a need to control things, and the yin is just telling us to release, to just take a really deep breath and like find place inside of us for whatever is going on, and I think that's the main thing here, to find place in us, to contain everything. And just, again guys, if you're not into finding counseling, so breathing exercises, you've got a lot on YouTube, on Google, and again, chamomile tea, some lavender essential oil, meditate, even watch comedies or stand up. But I think that's, you kind of do, it would be nice if you get counseling. I want to read the Ian thing. It's relatively new, this deck of cards. So what I get here is the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. In does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Yeah, guys, I think that's really important here. Make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dreams manifest. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a backseat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. How do you want to feel basking in your success? Now allow the universe to show you the form. In is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. So, guys, yeah, I think breathe. And I hope you'll get better soon. Hope it helped. Hope you'll have a great month. Thank you for coming, and we'll move on to pile 3. Pile number 3. For you, we've got the 7 of Swords, 2 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 6 of Wands, struggle, rejection, orphaned. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. What I get here is, I think it speaks about relationships. And what I get here is you're like in a situation which is very disharmonious. Like you deal with like this like energy of deceiving and lying and like sneaky kind of energy. And I think you've been doing it for a while and observing and like giving chances and really trying to work with it and improve it. And I think you've been in the struggle for a while, and I see that you really tried even to change perspective, like maybe see the good in the focus on the good in whoever like we're dealing with, the sneaky energy. And like you keep getting screwed over and over again, and I think you like finally decide to like walk away, and not with a very happy heart, like kind of difficult because you still feel a lot of you still kind of hope the thing will change and trust like the goodness in the person, but you see that like it's not going anywhere and it keeps repeating, and you find yourself in the same situations over and over again with this person. And I think you're becoming kind of less harmonious than you would like to, and so I feel you kind of reject all this crappy situation even though it's hard for you. because you kind of feel that the universe has got like better stuff stored for you. And you go and explore, and you know that something better is waiting, and you're going there. And I think that even alone is better now than like eating like shit and getting like, you know, this treatment of manipulations. And so I think you're rejecting it and you're moving on and you're healing. I don't see that you're like necessarily immediately falling into this like fairy tale. The living is not really easy, but you are doing it, and you know that it's for everyone's best interest. And I know that you understand that like there is healing, and I see healing here. And I see that you take some time to like gain your strength back, and then we've got the Six of Wands, which is like big victory. You see the guy on the horse, like everything is working out amazing for him. He's a victor, like he has like love, admiration, he has his like head up high, and everything is like really honest and straight and awesome, and you're on an awesome path. Now we've got Orphan here, which is it's a new deck, so like I'm going to read. A sense of loss and identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community the way you did before and need to find a new situation. Exactly, guys, that's what we've been talking about. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. Relationship message. As you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Guys, that's fucking awesome. It's exactly what I've been saying. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs. So you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. This card reminds you that you can't be all things to all people. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as this must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or your perspective they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. Stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. So, and then we've got here, the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah, so guys, when we are leaving, like a place we've been attached to, like my experience specifically is I had a really shitty boyfriend for a long time. And I was dying to leave him, but it was so hard for me. So, like, it took me months to actually being able to really completely, like, abandon that relationship and let it go, and a few months more to, like, forget about it completely. And he wasn't good for me or kind to me or reflected my self-love. So today when I'm at a crossroads about, like, whether to walk away or stay somewhere if I'm not sure, the way I guide myself out is I'm asking, does this reflect your self-love and respect? And if the answer is no, so like it's easy. I just get away from there and move on. And like I always find my home eventually, so the universe taking care of us, we will all be fine. Guys, this is an amazing road you are taking here. So remember, this is where it ends as soon as you leave and take care of yourself. So good luck. Thank you for coming, and see you. We're going to pile number 4. Wow. Guys, it's amazing what I get here. 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Sun, King of Wands, healing, and moment to moment, and TikTok, and through prayer and meditation I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. Guys, that's incredible. So much fire energy, and you see all the blue and yellow. Wow, that's amazing. So what I see here is you're kind of, I think you were on your way to somewhere, like you've had a goal or something and you've been working on it and everything was fine, and then you got kind of tired and stuck and exhausted, like all of a sudden like a few things happened that slow you down and you kind of lost momentum. And what it's telling us that like make the effort, like heal yourself. Now we're talking about wands and there is insane like fire energy here, and like what I see the process here. Now also guys, before I get to like the longer perspective I've got on this, we have the King and Queen of Wands here and they're looking at each other, and we've got the Sun in the middle. So if you were wondering about, like, I see a family here, like, as it seems like masculine energy and feminine energy, you see, and they're looking at each other and they're obviously like very harmonious and excited, and in the middle we've got the Sun, we've got this baby and the Sun here. So I feel like it's about, there is also like fertility and harmony and amazing family life and like maybe even like marriage or something like this. But I feel like at the moment, or up until now, we kind of have this like 9 of Wands, which is like, it may speak of I'm tired, I'm like, and it's 9, so also like I'm almost there, just like one more step, but you like, you kind of, you see the end already, but you got so exhausted, so like, and like he seems like tired and exhausted and bitter and paranoid, so it's like you were on a momentum and like a few things happened to slow you down or like bummed you out or disappointed you, and you kind of lost the momentum, and now you're like just want to be left alone. And I feel like this is healing, like as soon as you kind of, and this is like moment to moment, this speaks about like flowing and like not thinking too much, not planning too much, just like flowing. And you see it's about momentum, like this guy is jumping from rock to rock, so momentum again. And I feel like as soon as you like find a way to get yourself out of this kind of hole that you fell into, I think like low morale maybe, so then you'll begin this amazing process of like Queen of Wands is a lot like it's Leo energy. She's very inspiring, and she's influencing people and inspiring, and she control things, but not like straightforward. She's like she can inspire and teach people and gather people, and there's also like something with the dark side, so maybe some shadow work needed. Maybe you need to incorporate, like maybe you left out your dark side, and that kind of what hindered your plan. And then we've got like the Sun and the King of Wands, so I think like you just need to start the process rolling again. And maybe it's like also traveling and communication and a lot of creativity and fire and passion. but it moves to, first of all, like quietly and like behind the scenes, like try and light this fire within to open up and like get excited and like start the rolling again, which is, I know it's a little challenging sometimes from the point where you're just standing still all of a sudden, but like get the inertia going and you'll get like everything, literally like abundance in every possible way. And eventually like it ends up, and I see you've got like divine support and really like true abundance. And I think like everything will go really like fast, insanely fast, because it's fire. It will explode and it will be awesome, and it will be like flying on the wings of angels to the sun, and it will be amazing. Now we've got this card TikTok here, and I don't really remember. It's a new deck. I said in every pile I did until now, so I'll tell you too. So I'm going to read TikTok. The number is 30. And the number 30, by the way, is talking about knowledge, about incorporating knowledge to progress. So the card TikTok. Timelessness, divine timing, immeasurable time. When humans created time, everything changed and contracted. People have come to look at life in a linear way, imagining that the past is behind them and the future ahead of them. But what if that isn't true at all? What if everything, creativity, beauty, chaos, and order were happening now, in a glorious timelessness? You have all the time in the world to co-create the life you desire, so release your agenda. Let go of your need to shape each moment to your expectations, knowing that what is yours will never be withheld from you. Miracles are here right now and always show up when you need them, right on time. Your prosperity is co-created by your endeavors as they occur in human-made time and the eternal efforts of your most important manifestation, partner spirit, in a divine, measureless time. So keep doing what you're doing, stay positive, and make a commitment to remain in high vibration, thoughts and feelings. If you need the message of this card, it will seem as if you will align with your highest calling and your highest good in no time at all, like magic. So what's all the fuss about? Not having enough time. The prosperous life that is yours will never pass you by. So guys, this sounds awesome, and yeah, make a commitment to remain in high vibration thoughts and feelings. And here we've got, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. So guys, maybe prayer and meditation is what you need to move from the 9 of Wands to the Queen of Wands energy. And this is an amazing reading. Like, it's really rare to get like the Queen of Wands and the Sun and the King of Wands. This is awesome, and like a lot of like divine fire energy, and like everything will be amazing and awesome. And just like trust the universe and flow. Thank you very much for coming. I hope it resonated. If you like, share and subscribe. See you in the next reading. Bye bye.